One of our top stories this morning, Mineral County was already in a tough spot when they had to shut down their jail recently due to understaffing. But now, County Commissioner Roman Zalawi said the County Sheriff Tom Bauer abruptly resigned.
He tendered his resignation. He will be turning in his badge, his gun, his computer, his office. He's gone. His pay has ceased. His insurance has ceased. He's no longer an employee. Normally, people give 30 days or 2 weeks or something like that, and this was effective on the day that he handed it to me at 10 minutes to 2 on Monday, November 13th.
The gap caused by the resignation of the sheriff is compounded by other recent resignations that have slashed the sheriff's department nearly in half.
So currently, we are down 2 deputies. Now we are actually, since we lost the sheriff, we are down 3 law enforcement people in the county. Mineral County's normal staffing is the sheriff and undersheriff who are non-union, so that's 2, and then 5 deputies that are union. So that's a total of 7 law enforcement in a community with 4,000 population.
As of Monday, Mineral County Undersheriff Mike Boone became the acting sheriff. Zalawi says Bauer's resignation came just 3 hours before a meeting was scheduled to discuss the situation at the jail, but he still doesn't know why Bauer resigned on such short notice. A resignation letter delivered by Bauer gave no specific reasons. The county will likely have to rely on mutual aid to help from the Highway Patrol until positions at the sheriff's office can be filled. Officials say they will not prosecute a Montana man who shot and killed another man on his front porch. Lake County Attorney Steve Eschenbacher said after 2 months of gathering evidence, he doesn't have enough to prosecute. The Missoulian reports authorities say Johnny McKeever was killed after he showed up drunk at a man's house in September. Eschenbacher said McKeever banged on the door hard enough to crack the door frame and then punched the man who answered the door. The man told police he answered the door holding a gun, and it fired as he fell backwards from that punch. Authorities believe McKeever wanted to confront his estranged wife, who was living with the man. The Montana Highway Patrol says 1 person has died in a 2-vehicle crash in Roosevelt County. The patrol says the crash occurred about 1 o'clock Monday afternoon on U.S. Highway 2 near Bainville. The Great Falls Tribune reports the name of the victim was not immediately released. The patrol said a vehicle was stopped in the eastbound lane on U.S. Highway 2, waiting to turn onto Highway 405 when a second vehicle crashed into it. The driver of the second vehicle was killed. The driver of the rear-ended vehicle was not seriously injured. Well, the Montana legislature wrapped up its first full day in Helena yesterday, with House Republicans adding several issues to the governor's agenda. Speaker of the House, Austin Knudsen, outlined just one of the additions to the session.
We wanted to take a good hard look at the Shelby prison. Right? We're in a budget crunch, according to the governor. So if that's the case, we have an opportunity to recollect $30 million of taxpayer dollars that has gone towards a down payment account. And that private prison has offered to give that back to us in exchange for a small contract extension.
Knudsen said one particular social issue was also added to the agenda regarding transgendered persons.
The Department of Health and Human Services had decided arbitrarily, without any direction from the legislature, to implement by rule what is a very hot-button issue and one that could have some real fiscal impact to the state. So it has to do with, basically how you label your sex on your birth certificate.
The special session will continue today. Property taxes become a hot topic in Missoula. Attorney Quentin Rhodes appeared on Talkback on Monday and related how one commercial property owner's taxes rose by 116% over the last bill. Director of Tax Policy and Research with the Montana Department of Revenue, Ed Kaplis, said there are several factors that go into determining a property tax bill.
Properties in that area, they have some updated sales data for the area, and they found that in the past that they had undervalued those properties, and that using current data that on sales, the land values of a lot of those properties increased.
Republican Montana Speaker of the House, Austin Knudsen, laid the blame for higher property taxes at the feet of a Democrat Party-controlled administration.
You've got a Democrat-controlled Department of Revenue that's out assigning higher property tax values because you've got a state government that frankly has an insatiable need for funding. And so they're raising taxes, and we don't want to do that.
When told how the increase in valuation has led to a big jump in property taxes for many Missoula residents, including multifamily dwellings where rents are being increased to cover the costs, Kaplis said the Department of Revenue sets the value of the properties, and the other questions are for policymakers. An Arizona man who had been jailed for 20 months awaiting trial on 11 charges in an armed standoff involving Nevada rancher Cliven Bundy has pleaded guilty at federal court in Las Vegas to a single felony conspiracy count. A judge ordered Micah McGuire released following his plea yesterday, just ahead of trials starting for Cliven Bundy, sons Ryan and Ammon Bundy, and Montana native Ryan Payne. McGuire could face 6 years in prison and a $250,000 fine at sentencing February 16th. His lawyer, Randall Roski, said he'll seek to remain free with credit for time already served in federal custody. He's the sixth of 19 men originally charged to plead guilty in a reduced charge in the case stemming from the April 2014 incident near the Bundy Ranch outside Bunkerville, Nevada. The U.S. House and Senate are actively working to carve up the tax code, just in time for Montanans to discuss the changes around the Thanksgiving table. Congressman Greg Gianforte says he expects a vote on the changes this week.
I'm excited about this. I don't think there's anything we can do more important to get our economy going and create more jobs and put more money in working families' pockets than do tax reform. Our current code is way too complicated. The rates are too high. So our plan is to vote on it this Thursday on the House floor.
Gianforte says he plans on voting for the bill as it stands.
I'm encouraged. I'm planning on voting for it in its current form. It includes a doubling of the standard deduction. This means people just starting out and those people with lower income up to $24,000 a year would pay zero taxes, and all people will see a reduction in taxes. So a family of four making $59,000 a year will see about a $1,200 lower tax bill.
If the House does pass a new bill on Thursday, there are still lots of hoops to jump through, including the U.S. Senate and the desk of President Donald Trump, who's already signaled his eagerness to get tax reform done before the end of the year. Our News Talk time now is 6:12.
News Talk, KGVO.
Missoula's official weather station.
Low clouds and patchy freezing fog this morning. Otherwise, look for mostly sunny skies. Daytime highs will be in the low 40s. A chance of a wintry mix tonight with our overnight lows right around the freezing mark. I'm meteorologist Brooke Foster for Missoula's KECI 13.